Okay, one of the biggest things that we work on in training is down the shore marks, teaching dogs to go to where the bumper falls and not to cave into the shore and then run down the bank. This is a drill that's really effective at teaching that. And really it's something you can do every once in a while to keep a dog sharp. And but the prerequisites are the dog must be able to handle. And once they can handle, then it'll start to make sense. What I want is the dog to recognize that it's swimming to where the mark is, not running down the bank to where the mark is. So here we go. Heel. Sit. Sit. Back. When you do this drill, you want to have a thrower that's pretty good, pretty competent, pretty accurate, because you have to have the same throw every time. Now this is right at the tip of the point, and I'm starting about 40 degrees off the line that goes down the shoreline. Good. Good. So this is about a 40-degree angle off the shoreline. Good girl, okay. This drill takes some time, so don't do it when you're in a rush. And make sure the dog can handle well, otherwise you're gonna have trouble. Good. Heel. Sit. Out. Okay, so now I'm gonna move over just a little bit over to about here. Heel. Sit. Back. This looks simple, but if we have time, I'm going to run a dog that's not quite as schooled on this. We could be in for a mistake right here. See, well, let's see. Okay. That was pretty close. It was about a foot too short. What you don't want to do is get in the habit of letting the dog beach about halfway between the gunner and the fall and then run down the shore. That is a total lack of discipline on the part of the dog and the handler. And as the dog matures and gets more trial-wise, it's going to start to take more and more liberty, and then you're going to have a dog that's just running up and down the bank like a newborn. Good girl. So with a dog that's just starting to learn this, you might make this into increments, maybe 6 or 8 go-rounds of 6 or 8 marks. I'm going to cut it down I'm going to move even further here. Here. I'm hoping to get one handle in. Sit. Back. Good. Okay. That's excellent. Now, in a true sense of training, I would do about maybe 3 more before I get to the final test of the final focus, which is to be parallel to the shore. So what I'm going to do now is just skip over to that. So maybe the next time you'd run from here, then you'd run from here, then you'd run from here, and then you'd finish up when you think you're pretty much have the understanding of it. About here, like this, almost so that a line is right down the bank. So I foreshortened this drill quite a bit because I don't know how much film we got in the camera. Here, sit, watch the bird now. Here, sit. Back. I'm going to do one more after this, which is when you think you really have this understood correctly. And but you don't want to jump in and do it too early because you just make a mess out of this. I've done this multiple times with this dog, so this is not a beginning dog. This is, you know, a dog that's pretty advanced. We'll run another dog and we'll see where that dog stands. Okay, good. As you can see, there's not really, and there shouldn't be a lot of pressure when you handle. It's just a teaching thing. Now, if they persist in doing what you don't want them to do, then there'd be a little more pressure. But it's always whistle, nick, cast when they make the mistake. The mistake is when they cut into the bank too early. So now I'm over here. Come on, here you go, Rainbow. Come here. Here, heel, good girl. Sit. Out. Watch the bird now. Sit. Sit. Back. Now, in that last fall, there was a little splash, and you don't really want that, but it's okay. It's better than the other thing, which is bouncing way off to the left. You notice I'm staying in my spot, and I'm going to use a swim-by cast if she comes to the shore. So I'm going to make absolutely sure that doesn't, I don't want them to swim out there and then run back. And you can do that with your swim-by cast. Good. Atta girl, good. Now I'm going to call this drill a single point marking drill. It's the same mark done from various lines. And you can take the concept, you can take this, sit, you can take this concept and apply it to various types of hazards where cheating can become a factor. So now we'll see if there's any film left, we'll get another dog. Okay, take her up. Okay, now this is a dog that has not done this drill, but is schooled in how to do down the shore marks. But it's a wonderful review and it's a good drill just to practice. So here we go. $15. Now if he beaches early, which I expect he might, it looks like he's going to, whistle, nick, call him back just far enough so you can get a cast. Ready, ready, now. Toot toot. Okay, whistle and cast. Now if he does it again, same thing. We keep doing it until he gets all the way down to the point. Ready, go. Give slightly more of an angle with your cast. Just, the actual cast should always be pointing at the bird. You got to do another one here. Ready, get set, go. There, that's good. The rule is face the dog and point at the bird. If he goes like across the lake, then we have the thrower help. Yeah, rather than handle again, just have the thrower. Walk him down there, Craig. Help him out, walk down. Handle. Okay. See, now he's confused. So we have to be a little. Give him a little hup now. Hup him in. Okay, so because we had some difficulty there, we want to try to have less difficulty. We're going to put less pressure if we can and still get the job done. So we will repeat that from right here. This character is learning what it's all about, and he's going to learn even more because we're going to finish the drill by moving down. But get ready, get set, go. Right there. Craig will help. Okay, Craig. It's important to get the dog where he'll get him on it, Craig. It's important that the dog gets to learn that it's a drill and not being some poison bird or getting cast to some other part of the property. So that's part of the learning curve here, is to get the dog to understand this is a drill. Purpose of the drill is to go by swimming to the point where the mark falls, not somewhere else. A lot of what I'm saying, Mike, is for the movie. Yeah. Now it's possible that this is, let's call this day one for this dog. It's possible this is as far as we get. We're going to try to go a little further, but step one is to getting him to do the first part perfectly. Ten.
Crack.
So you can see that even with the dog like this, this drill has got to be done because he doesn't get it. He doesn't really understand the idea of it.
Handle or not?
Yes. There you go.
Good, good.
Okay, now what's your thought? What should we do next? Run it again, correct. Like I say, even if this is as far as we get, we have the mechanics to continue on. 15.
Crash.
When they understand this, it's so helpful in your regular test when you're making this kind of a correction. They really understand it better because of this drill. Now, see how he's bending away from the shore? He's learning what this is all about now. Give him a lot of praise when he picks that up.
Good boy, good boy. Good. Good boy.
That's the stuff.
Good.
With the dog like this, that praise is real crucial. Because you're saying, I don't like this, I don't like this, but that's what I do like. And then you're starting to make progress. 10.
Crash.
Okay, because we're filming, we moved a significant amount over this way. If we were in actual training, we wouldn't have moved quite that far. But you can see he did learn. We may do one more notch over and then call it a day, but we're gonna have to come back to this.
Good boy, good boy.
He says, oh, finally, why didn't you say that in the first place? This is really effective if you get your timing right, get your casts right, get your throws right, get your distance right, then they learn something. What you don't want to do is end up confusing the dog so he becomes less efficient than he started being. Okay. Now let's try it from here. Crash says, I think I can do it from here.
Sit. Sit.
18.
Crash.
Huge praise when he does this. And as soon as he does pick it up, he's gonna be fine. Because that last bumper was up there.
Good. Good boy, good boy. Good. Good boy. This is real life right here, what happens, and it's gonna happen multiple times. Just don't get upset. Just keep showing the dog what you want, and then they do it.
We're gonna stop there because he's made enough swimming for one session. But when it's time to start over again, we're gonna start back over there and proof the whole project to make sure that he understands it. This is a very good example of how you proceed. They just don't do this automatically. There's a whole teaching process, and it involves having the right spot, the right thrower, the right wind. A lot of things have to be correct in order to make this really a good learning experience. I have said these things to you, that in me you will have peace. In the world you will have tribulation. But take heart, I have overcome the world. May the Lord bless you and keep you.